Hello guys, and welcome back to Netmastery Zone channel. In this video we are going to speak about the remote access VPN, but like other video, let's first start with the theory, and then we will go for the configuration. I'm going to speak about the configuration in the lab, not now, but let's see here first what is a VPN. Actually, a VPN is a virtual connection to a server that you can hide your IP and your internet traffic that you are, for example, when you are browsing a website. In some countries, maybe some website will be blocked, and you may need to access that website. In this case, you can use some VPN software, and that VPN software actually making a connection, a secure connection between your PC and VPN server, and then all the traffic will be all the traffic from your computer goes to the VPN server, and the VPN server browse websites for you and then send it to your PC. In this case, your IP will be hidden, and also all the traffic between your PC and the VPN server will be encrypted, and no one can access and intercept that. For example, in this picture you can see the VPN. For example, this PC is using the VPN software, any software VPN. It's a lot of VPN software in the internet you can search and find, and then it's connected to the internet service provider. For example, you are connected to your home Wi-Fi, and then when you try to connect, this VPN will make a secure tunnel between the PC and the VPN server, and then the VPN server of course has the access to the internet, and then all the traffic from the internet comes to the VPN server, and through this secure tunnel will come to your PC. But in this video we are going to speak about the remote access VPN. Actually, we can say that it's same kind of VPN, but the remote access VPN is mostly used for the organization who have remote staff. During the epidemic of COVID-19, a lot of organizations actually add this experience to add staff remotely, and actually that was a good chance to practice this remote work, and all the productivity and also the functionality of this remote works it's tested during that time. And now most of organization actually likes to add remote staff. There is a lot of I can say reason for working remote. It's good for the employee and also for the employer. For example, the organization actually reducing the cost when they have remote users, because if they had the users inside the organization, of course they need to have a workspace for them, and they need to provide a place for them to come there, sit there, and do their job. But in remote works, everyone are in their own home, or maybe a coffee shop, or anywhere, and they can remotely access the data center inside the organization and work. And also in some country, the having staff, the payment is very expensive, and the organization cannot pay this for the local staff, and because of that they can hire the staff from other countries, and in that countries of course maybe the payment is less, and the organization will pay less for that staff to work remotely. And as it's a VPN and all the connection between the user and the data center is encrypted, then the organization doesn't have any concern about intercepting the data during the transfer and leaking of the critical information of the organization. Here you can see a remote access VPN example. Home user or any user that sit anywhere who have access to the internet can create a secure tunnel between the PC and to the VPN server, and then VPN server will give access according to the privilege level of that user to the original office, and I can say to the data center. For example, she is a IT guy and she needs to have access to every single devices and servers inside the organization. Of course, she will have that right and can access everything. But maybe other one is not IT staff and is, for example, working for HR or finance. Then it just need to have access to certain databases or certain services inside the data center. Then this VPN server actually manage all these different privileges and give them rights according to their requirement. Here is the lab that I designed. You can see that I have a remote PC here, and this remote PC is connected to the internet, and then the data center, also the ASA firewall, is also connected to the internet. In this case, anytime when a user trying to access the inside the organization, it will hit to the outside of the ASA, and then this ASA will give the access to inside the organization according to the privilege. In this lab, I just tried to do everything from the scratch. Maybe some of you guys doesn't have experience with the ASA. I'm going to start the configuration of ASA from the scratch, everything from zero, even we don't have any ASDM installed inside this, and then we are going to upload the ASDM and also configure the different nameif, the zone of this interface to access inside the organization. And also here in this switch, you can see that I have different IP address range, and all this gateways are created in this switch. For example, this is VLAN 2, and I have a VLAN 2 here with the IP address of 10.10.2.1, and this one is VLAN 6, VLAN 5, and this one is VLAN, I believe it's VLAN 3, and it has a gateway here. This is a user that actually I just put it here to show you that the user can access everything inside the organization, and also the remote user will have the same privilege and will have access everything inside the organization. Actually, in this lab, I'm not going to use the IZ server and Active Directory in this video actually, but in the future video I will install the IZ server and also the Active Directory and use this two server to manage the users. For now, actually, first we are going to try to create the local users inside the ASA, and by using that local user, we are going to connect to the organization and network. Then these two servers, actually they are not a real server, they are just a virtual PC that I dropped them here, change the icon to just show you an example of a different server that we may have inside the organization. But these two, this is the IZ server, and I believe it's version 2.4 something, and I will check it later. And this one is Active Directory, and this is Windows 8 2008 and R2, and we will configure the Active Directory on this and then join the IZ server to Active Directory, and then we will use these two servers for the user management inside the ASA. Let's finish this and let's go to our lab. Okay, in this lab, let's first check something here. First, let me show you this PC that it's actually a virtual PC and it has Windows 10. Let's first check that if this PC is connected to the internet or not. I'm going to ping the Google public DNS server here to make sure that this PC is connected to the internet. Yes, you can see that I can easily ping the DNS server of Google. There is no problem. And also we should be able to browse some websites here. Actually, this one is connected to the real internet here. This circle actually shows our internet connection. Let's for example go to Amazon. Yes, you can see that we just browse the website and there is no problem here. Okay, let's move this away, and now let me show you the configuration of this switch. Show IP interface brief. In this switch you can see that we have different VLANs, VLAN 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6, and all these VLANs are at their own IP address, and this IP address of course it will be the gateway. For this actually let's see that this gigabit Ethernet 0x0, it's connected to, it's in which VLAN of this switch, because we are going to connect our ASA to that. Let me see that show run interface Ethernet 0x0. Actually this is it's in VLAN 1, and it should the ASA should ask the IP address in this range. Okay, let me see the IP route here, if we have any route here. Show run section route. Yes, actually we have a default route, and it's pointed to 2, and this 2 will be the IP address of this ASA, the inside of this ASA. Okay, everything here is okay, and let me show you. For example, let me ping from this PC to the gateway. First let's have IP address to this PC. It's a virtual PC, and we can have IP address with the command IP 10.10. This is VLAN 3 for example 100 with the subnet mask, and 10.10.3.1 will be the gateway. Okay, now the IP address actually is assigned for this, and if I use the command show IP, you can see that we have IP address and gateway, and we should be able to ping the gateway 10.10.3.1. Yes, we can ping the gateway, there is no problem. And let me do something. Let's ping 8.8.8.8, and you can see that currently we are not connected to the internet. Our ASA actually is down, it's not up, and there is no configuration in the ASA. Okay, let's turn on our ASA, and then we can go there and start the configuration from the scratch. As I said, I'm going to upload an ASDM image to the ASA, and then configure this. This interface management 0x0 will be in the nameif of management. Gigabit 0x1 is the outside nameif of outside, and gigabit 0x1 is the nameif inside. You know that when we are going to configure an ASA, we need to define different security zone for that, and the traffic actually this security zone will say to the IP traffic to get to which destination, and where they can go and where they cannot go, and the ASA actually doing the forwarding and dropping the traffic by considering this interfaces, these zones actually. Okay, let's see if our ASA just come or not. It's booting. I'm using the ASA V virtual ASA, and the version is 981. Okay, let's wait for this. You see, this is the image that I'm using here. It's going to boot from the flash, and to find these images you can check the videos inside this channel, the Net Mastery Zone. There is some videos about how to use the EVNG, and also how to use the PNet Lab, and how to download the images for the PNet Lab. You can use the PNet Lab also here to configure this lab, but I recommend the EVNG. In PNet Lab there is some problem. It's not sometimes not working as expected, and you may face some problem, and then when you troubleshoot that, you will not find. But when you just migrate your lab to the EVNG, it works fine. It means that there is some bug inside the PNet Lab, and sometimes it's not working correctly according to our expectation. But actually the PNet Lab is a good software to download these images, and we can use them in the EVNG. Okay, our ASA is boot. Let's enable that. By default it doesn't have any password. By the enter we can get the insight. Please note that again that I'm using the version 9.8.1. maybe other version have some password or something, but this version doesn't have any password. Just with the enter you can enable the ASA. Okay, conft. First of all, you can see that this ASA doesn't have any configuration. First of all, let's have a hostname for this. Hostname firewall ASA V. It will be the hostname of our ASA here, and then let's configure the management interface first. Interface management 0x0, and no shutdown. Let's give him a nameif of MGMT. You can see by default you just select the 0 as a security level. Let's change this security level to 50, and let's have an IP address. IP address, I'm going to use 192.168.10.130. Why 930? Actually this is a IP address. This range is the IP address that is I'm using in a virtual LAN inside my physical PC, and you can see it's connected to the management cloud, and this management cloud actually represent my PC here, and the IP address that I'm using in my PC is 1. I'm using the 130 here for this ASA, and the gateway is 2. Let's ping the gateway 192.168.10.2. You can see I can ping the gateway, and also I can ping my physical PC from the ASA. Okay, and now actually the ASA is ready, and we can upload our ASDM. But before that, let's first configure all these nameif interfaces, and then we will upload the ASDM image. Conft again, and let's go to interface gigabit 0x0. Let's gigabit nameif outside, and you can see by default the security level again selected at 0. It's okay, and then no shutdown, and let's give IP address. Please note that when you are going to configure the IP address for the ASA, as we are going to remote access this inside this organization, this IP address should be a public IP address, or at least it should be accessible inside the internet. If it's not a public IP address, the ISP of course can do some NATing for you to access this. Then you will access the public IP address of the ISP, and then ISP redirect you to this interface. but it should have a IP, it should has a public IP address to be accessible inside the internet. Because of that, I just try to use a public IP address here. Of course, this public IP address is not mine, I'm just using this, but as it's not inside the internet, there is no problem, we can use it, there is no problem here. Let's do the subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. okay, let's go to interface gigabit 0x1, and again gigabit, first no shutdown and then nameif to insight. You can see that when I select the nameif insight, it's actually use the security level 100 by default. It's okay. And then let's give IP address to that. IP address, if you remember, we add the IP address here. It was 10.10.1.1, the gateway. I'm going to use 2 here for the ASA with 255.255.255.0. and let's one thing more that we have to do here, we need actually some to configure some routing inside the ASA, because this ASA is going to be used to access internet from the inside organization. Any traffic come here, when the traffic comes here, it should goes to the internet. Then we need a IP routing for this. I'm going to use the route outside. In the ASA, it's not like a switch that you say IP route, it's route outside inside. I'm using route outside 0.0.0.0 with 0000. It should go to 1.1.1.2, and that is the IP address of in this interface. Let's ping that to make sure that this IP address is alive or not. Yes, this IP address is working, and everything is okay. And also we need some route to inside, because again, when the traffic comes here, it needs to send that traffic to inside the organization. Then let's have a IP, let's have a route inside, and this time I'm going to use 10.10.0.0. Actually, this is the /16 network 1010, because all this IP address that I used here, it's in the range of 1010. Then the third portion will be left, and I can just route everything to 1010 here to make everything very easy. And then it goes to 10.10.1.1, and that is the gateway here. Let's ping that to make sure that we can ping this gateway also. Okay, this gateway is also configured. And now what else we need? Actually, we need to upload our ASDM to the ASA. What is ASDM? Actually, ASDM is a stand for Adaptive Security Device Manager, ASDM, and it's a software. We need to upload that inside the ASA, and then when we try to access the outside, actually not the outside, any side that we configure that. For example, here I configure the management to access the ASA. Then we can download that software to our PC and install that. To actually copying this ASDM inside the ASA, we need a TFTP software here. I'm using the TFTP32 to upload this. Let me show you how you can use this TFTP32. It's the TFTP 64 or 32. There is same, depend to the different you know, the CPU that you are going to use it. Okay, let's first configure this. Let's go to the setting, and here in the TFTP portion tab, we have to actually define the drive that we have the ASDM on that. My ASDM actually is in drive D. I'm going to do this, and okay, Now if I show the directory here, you can see that the ASDM is already show here. Okay, now let's put it away, and let's copy that ASDM inside the ASA. For that we have a command of copy TFTP to flash. I'm going to copy from the TFTP to flash. Okay, what is the IP address of the TFTP? It's 192.168.10.1. If you remember, I said that my IP address of the desktop is 1, and also you can find that here, different IP address that your PC has, and mine is this one. Enter, and now I need to copy the source file name, and to do that let's go here and select this and press copy. Now the name is copied, and I can paste it here, and the destination file name same, I'm not going to change that. And you can see that now the ASA start copying this file from the my PC locally to the ASA. Okay, let's wait for that. I'm going to pause the video, and after this copy finish, I will continue the video and configuration. Okay, the copy almost 97% is finished, and let's wait it to complete. And then we can assign our ASDM to the ASA and then access that ASDM. Okay, the copy is finished, and it's rated in disk 0. And if we show the flash, you can see that we have the ASDM here now. This is the version of ASDM that we just copied. Okay, we don't need any this TFTP anymore. Let's close this, and let's assign this ASDM to the ASA. For that, we say ASDM image, and we need to give the address of this. It's in disk 0, and if I put a question mark here, you can see that this is the ASDM image that we are going to use. Why we are using this command? Because we may have different version of this ASDM inside the ASA, and we want to use this one as a main ASDM that we are going to use. Okay, then now we need to configure some HTTP server, because we are going to access this ASDM, and accessing this everything inside the ASA needs to be configured inside that. We are going to access this ASDM using this management interface. Then first let's enable the HTTP server inside the ASA. HTTP server enable. We are writing HTTP, but actually this is HTTPS. I don't know why it's the HTTP. And then let's go HTTP 00 from management. Actually this command is like this: HTTP 0.0.0.0 with all 0 subnet mask, and this is management. These two commands actually same, but in the ASA you can just use this 0 space 0 then management. It means that you are going to access this ASDM from the management interface. Okay, now everything is ready. Let's go to the web browser and try to access this this interface. It was HTTPS 192.168.10.130, and here you can see that now we are able to access. It gives us some security messages, and because the self-signed certificate actually is not installed in our PC, there is no problem. We can proceed to this. You can see we have an option here, and this is the version of the ASA that we just copy, 7.18, and if you see here, this is 7.18 ASDM that we just copy that inside the ASA. You can download this and install. Maybe it needs some other software also, like Java, and all of them will, all the link will be provided for you in this page, and you can download everything and install it. For now, I already have the ASDM installed in my PC, and I'm not going to install it again. Let's close this, and let me open the ASDM here. Okay, this is the ASDM, and when you install that, something like this will come to you, and now you need to type the IP address here, 192.168.10.130. Before that, we need the username and password. Let's configure this username and password inside the ASA. The username can be admin. The password, let's choose Cisco, and the privilege 15. We are going admin user here with the privilege of 15, then it can do anything inside the ASA. And username admin, and the password is Cisco. Now we should be able to access this. So let's let me write the configuration here. Yes, actually now it's just checking the compatibility version, this ASA and the image that is inside, it's okay. Both of them are in the same version, and we can access that. Okay, this is the ASDM, and now we are connected to 192.168.10.130. And in the first page you can see some information about the hostname of the ASA that we selected before, the ASA version 9.8, and also the ASDM version, and the different mode of the firewall. It's routed mode. In the firewall we can have routed mode and passive mode, but here it's a routed mode. I'm not going to speak about that actually. The flash memory, the size, and the time that it's on, and so on. Okay, for now our ASA is accessible, and now we can start our configuration in the ASA. First, I'm going to do what? I'm going to, if you remember, we were not able to ping from this PC to the internet. Let me bring that again. This is the user 1 PC, and let me ping 8.8.8.8. You can see that we are still not able to ping it. Even we have route here, everything, but we are actually inside the organization and we don't have any public IP address. Then we will not be able to ping outside the organization. We need to do some NATing inside the ASA to be able to access this. Okay, let's first of all let's go and configure this NATing here. We have to go to the configuration tab and then to the firewall, and here you can see the NAT option. Let's have a NAT. I'm going to use the add NAT object NAT. We have the different type of NAT. We will speak about them in the future video, but now we are just going to use this. Let's give a name for that, for example NAT, and I'm going to use a network. If you remember, we are going to use this network, the /16, to cover actually everything inside our organization. And this NAT should be a path because we only have one interface, and we are going to pad that on interface outside. And in the advanced also there is any interface. I'm not going to use any interface. I'm just going to send traffic from inside to outside. This NAT is just doing the NAT from inside to outside. You can see inside to outside, the NAT is the range of IP address, not a range, a network of IP address that we just provide here. Destination any, service any, and source to the outside. Let's apply this. You can see here that the object NAT, subnet this, and NAT inside outside dynamic interface. Send it, and now we have NAT inside the ASA. If everything is okay, and if the routing everything is okay, now we should be able to ping to 888. Let's check. No, still we cannot ping it. And you know what, when you have ASA, by default all the ICMP traffic is dropped by the ASA. Let me show you. And the good thing about this ASDM that we have a monitoring option here, and we can go to the logging and enable the logging here. Let's enable this logging, and enable logging ASDM information, send, and let's see this logging actually. This window actually provide a very useful information when you are trying to configure the ASA and when you are trying to troubleshoot the ASA. Let's clear this, and let's start ping again and see what output comes here. You can see that deny invite ICMP, and it means that this ICMP actually is denied by the ASA. And the reason for that, also you can read some information here about any log that is provided here. You can see, for example, this one, the tear down the ICMP connection for the IP address this to this, and that is because of inspection of ICMP. This is if you go to the ASA and check, let me show you, show run. Here we have a policy map here. Actually, this policy map, a global policy map, doesn't inspect the ICMP. If you see all of them, you can see it's inspecting different protocol here, the SMTP, SIP, H323, and they are all voice packets, voice protocols, TFTP, and so on, but there is no any inspection of ICMP here. Okay, let's actually have this. Let's go to this command and let's type it, inspect ICMP. Now when you let me save this configuration. When you do any configuration, you can see a message comes here in the ASDM. When you do this configuration in two different parts, for example, now I'm doing this configuration in the command line, and when I do some changes, the ASDM needs to be updated and get the latest information from the ASA. Because of that, it just give me this option and ask me to refresh this configuration. Let me refresh that, and now if we go to the log, let's clear this, and now let's try to ping. This time you can see that this ICMP actually is just go on. There is no any drop here to drop this ICMP, and we are able to ping to the internet. It means that if we go to the lab, it means all these devices now it's connected to the internet using this ASA. And for that, let's check from this one also. This is same, it's a virtual PC, but I just changed the icon to show you, to simulate this as a web server. Let's give IP address to that, IP 10.10.5.100 with full mask, and the gateway is 10.10.5.1. Let's wait for this to receive the IP address. Okay, let's first ping the gateway 10.10.5.1. We can ping the gateway, and if I ping the 888, we should be able to ping that also. Ping 8.8.8.8, and you can see that I can ping this also. And to see the nothing actually is happening in the ASA, let's go to the ASA and use this command, show xlate. With show xlate, you can see all the path that is actually happening here from 10.10.500. This is this PC to the outside. But we cannot see anything here because actually it doesn't save this log for a long time. We just remove it, and if I try it again, and now you can see we have NAT for that one also in the ASA. This is for 3 and 100, and this is this PC. Okay, our ASA is now ready. We just what we did actually here, we just configure our management interface first, then we just upload our ASA using a TFTP server, ASDM using a TFTP server to the ASA, then access the ASDM, install the ASDM, and when we actually install the ASDM, here we can do anything. We can actually use this different interfaces that is here for our configuration. We can actually add interfaces here. We just configure this interfaces using the command line, but of course we can do this configuration inside the ASDM also. Okay, for now I believe that our video it's too long. We need to finish our video. In the next video we will start our configuration of Cisco AnyConnect using this ASA with the local database of the ASA. Then maybe in the other video we will configure this too also, and use the IZ and Active Directory user groups for the authentication of our remote user here. Okay, let's finish our video here. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.